Just parked up by a place called Dunster Beach, and you can see Conager Tower in the hills. This was a folly associated with Dunster Castle, which is not very clear to see, but it's there. Girl is anxious that we have a walk by the seaside. Not sure if the tide's in. And I can see some sea, which you don't, sometimes has gone out so far you don't see any. Still pretty evident that there's ice about. But we've been lucky, there's no real snow in this part of the world at the moment. Through the way through February, where other parts of the country are covered with this stuff. Not even visible on our hills at the present time. Watchet lies way in the distance there. And if we pan around, South Wales is over there. And way in the distance there, out of sight, you can just about see some of the buildings of Minehead in between the trees there on the middle left. Back around to Dunster Castle, the tower and the hill. Now, there's plenty of water coming down the River Avel. In fact, this is an extra channel put in from the natural flow of the River Avel. And during the summer, hardly any water comes down here. But certainly at the present time, it's quite busy. This is where this comes out into the sea, and the view behind me. The actual normal river comes out over there, and there in fact is Minehead in the distance. In the summertime you can normally walk straight across here with just a faint trickle, or sometimes no water whatsoever. When the mineral railway got to Watchet, it had a station just there, that tall cream building. The platform was on the right hand side, and the railway lines just cross over the road here and come into the mineral yard and out to the quay in the distance. And apparently before the mineral line was built, this huge seawall wasn't there, and the original seawall was the back of Yankee Jack's cottage there. That tall white wall was in fact where I'm standing now, would have been in the sea. And Sammy Hake's cottage there also would have been right on the edge. The tide's out now, so it isn't a pretty sight compared to when the tide's in. This is looking over now above this great wall, which is necessary in the winter. The hills behind Minehead are in the distance. In this back corner here has been rather neglected over recent years, but there are ideas to develop this corner into something more attractive. It's a little too early to say anything concrete about it, but I've seen the plans and they do look rather interesting. Presently it's just empty space and a rather large and attractive sea wall. And the plans hinge on making this wall much more attractive, and what I've seen looks very interesting. I hope it comes about. Watchet's best beach is beyond those, beyond the paddling pool. So many people just come so far, think, oh, this isn't much of a beach. But there's real sand beyond that red notice. And as I said earlier, it's low tide, so there's virtually no water in the harbour at all. But when it's high tide, you can be almost lapping over the top of those wooden protective vertical stanchions at the edge of the harbour. Against the light, unfortunately, but looking at where we were just now, the mineral yard, and steam locomotives would have brought the iron ore down in trains and stopped at the station there, and the iron ore would have then been dragged in on the wagons by horses, and they would have come right along in front of us here. And recently some of the old original railway track has been uncovered here. And there it is. And just off here was a jetty, and the iron ore was let down a chute into the holds of visiting ships, which took the iron ore over to South Wales for processing. And years ago there used to be a jetty going out into the middle of the harbour here. That's been removed. You see the lighthouse on the right. Iron ore jetty. Mineral yard back through there. Quite separate, of course, to the normal West Somerset Railway, which is in the foreground now. There is the picture of the station, or at least that's the modern building that is left from the old station. Not often an attractive sight with no water in, but you can see the reflection of the lighthouse reflected on the wet surface of the mud. This is Sammy Hake's cottage. Another ancient mariner who lived here in Watchet. This is a statue of the ancient mariner. There's Yankee Jack keeping his usual lookout. Just opposite the railway track is Watchet Marina, and this morning with a bit of sunshine it's looking rather nice. It's bitterly cold here in mine, but the sunshine helps. And they've still got the display board for what they were hoping to develop here, but as we understand it, the firm who was going to do that hasn't got any money either. So I don't expect we're going to get this new range of apartments and restaurants, shops and offices. What a difference a bit of sunshine makes. You can see the blue sea out there. If you didn't realise it was about -7 or 8 degrees centigrade, you'd think it was a summer's day.
Didn't get anything yet. I say, it's not anything yet. It's going to be.